The problem with most personal finance influencers online, such as Ramsey, Stephan, Andrei Jikh, Meet Kevin, and many others, is that the way that they make their money is drastically more scalable than their viewers who are taking their advice. Meaning that their income is not strictly based on hours worked, otherwise known as a business. And James Jani, in his video, Escaping the Rat Race, What School Failed to Teach About Money, illustrates this point eloquently.
To be clear, I'm not saying that purchasing an expensive piece of clothing, jewelry, or sports car is a bad thing, nor do I think consuming is a bad thing. The aim of this video isn't to philosophize about the repercussions of a materialistic view of the world. It's about drawing an awareness to who you are as a consumer. Do you care more about appearing as though you have money or actually having money? The rat race isn't about working a 9-to-5 job, but living life on such an edge that it means that you are chasing the next thing, whether a paycheck or a material possession, such that your greater life goals and ambitions are placed in the background in order to continue this race. A budget and keeping account of your expenses have proven time and time again to work and draw you out of this race. It's fun to talk about making money or imagining having as much wealth as possible, but what's the point when your relationship with money as a consumer means losing it all or having to work non-stop in order to fund that lifestyle? That is the real rat race.
I say it again, you've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
But with all of that being said, let's talk about making money.
Now, the stuff we teach here, and have for almost 30 years, is proven.
What's up, you guys? It's Graham here. So we got to take a moment and talk about what's going on in the stock market, because as we're finishing up the week, stocks are...
Personal finance channels like Stephan or Ramsey are great for learning how to work on your consumption side of the equation. But if there was one thing I wish they spoke more about, it would be their ability to make money. And I understand why they don't do this. It's easier to reduce your expenses in the amount that you consume than it is to increase your income. When speaking to a mass audience, giving the advice that will work for most people is typically the best choice. We see that there are entire communities built up around focusing on frugality. The FIRE community is one example of this, a movement that adopts the strategy of living extremely frugally, saving and investing as early as possible, with the intentions of retiring as early as possible. Minimalists also share a similar view to the FIRE community, although more deep-rooted in philosophical positions about the world and materialism at large. People like Stephan or Ramsey promote strategies that fall in the spectrum of living frugally, saving a lot of money, and investing in the long run. And there's nothing inherently wrong with this strategy. It works for a wider range of people with varying degrees of income. But let's be honest, Stephan doesn't rely on cutting coupons or living an incredibly frugal lifestyle to be making $100,000 to $200,000 a month from YouTube. Nor does Ramsey rely on these strategies to have an estimated net worth of $55 million. These people are utilizing a means of production at mass scale.
Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
In my video, The Untold Truth About Money, I talked about money being equivalent to your perceived value in the market. And the most impactful way of increasing your value is finding a problem in the market, creating a solution for that problem, and selling that solution to the market at scale. This is the entrepreneurial route. A successful business at scale is able to produce a large amount of value to a society such that your production side of the equation grows exponentially in comparison to a standard job. But this isn't a route that everyone can take, nor should they try to. It's about reflecting on your own capabilities and whether entrepreneurship is best suited to your direction. With that being said, increasing your production doesn't have to just come from the strict definition of a business. Stephan uses YouTube as a vehicle to produce something, in this case videos about personal finance, at mass scale. Understanding yourself as a producer is about understanding ways in which you can produce value to the market. If you can produce value at a large scale, then it means earning money at a large scale. The internet has thankfully provided a great deal of opportunity for us to be able to produce something and put it out to the market. Whether the market actually wants what you have produced can only be determined once you've released whatever it is that you've produced.
When seeking to grow our income in a more scalable manner, we must be cautious of not giving fake gurus online, or gurus in general, our last $1,000. Too many throw caution to the wind so they can invest in a new up-and-coming business model or niche income opportunity with the hopes of being profitable. And as someone who does tithe 10% of my monthly income to church, we gotta be wary of prosperity preachers, Christianity, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, etc., who sell dreams to their congregation by having them forgo their personal financial situation to constantly sow, these large offerings. And this is highlighted in James Jani's video, The Dark World of Megachurches.
this Instagram page, which is called Preachers and Sneakers, and it's literally just preachers next to the cost of the clothing that they are wearing. Something just isn't right. I keep asking myself how, right? How is it possible to be this braggadocious about your wealth as a preacher and have your followers who not only are okay with it, but help to fund it? And that was when I found out about the prosperity gospel.
If you want to know why I go hard, now you see. Some of y'all say he go too hard. It ain't that bad. Oh, yes, it is.
The initial concept of tithing was this idea that you give 1/10 of your wealth in some way, shape, or form to a religious organization. Most houses of worship are going to rely on the donation of their congregation in order to continue their operations, especially megachurches. It's kind of like giving to a charity. But tithing, through the teachings of the prosperity gospel, introduces a, should we call it a plot twist?
Tithing lays the foundation for financial success and abundance.
Tithing is the way for recession or depression to bypass you.
Here, Stephanie from Maryland writes, I sent in my first fruits offering. 2 weeks later, I received, watch this, $2,400.
So now it isn't just about donating your money to a church. It becomes a case where you're exchanging your money in return for actual prosperity. You'll often hear some of these prosperity preachers refer to it as sowing your seed. The implication is pretty obvious to anyone who is watching. No, you give us some of your money and in return that value will be given back to you in some way, shape or form. It's the harvest.
I want you to go to the phone or online and sow a seed. Now remember,
somebody's son is going to be set free from alcohol because of your $1,000 seed.
This ain't about no love. The whole thing was a setup.
I'm going to ask you to sow an exceptional and uncommon seed of $1,000.
And click on that donation button to sow $1,144.
So God is giving you the harvest, and the harvest of the seed you sow. You can't expect a harvest if you don't sow seed, spiritual, physical, or financial.
It's surreal, and it generates a lot of money.
We have the tapes. We have the information.
And prosperity preachers will obviously say that this aids in their quest to spread their message across to different countries.
If I flew commercial, I'd have to stop 65% of what I'm doing.
Conveniently, that message obviously allows them to make even more in donations. But these preachers, they don't just live lavish, right? They put it on full display.
You think Jesus Christ would roll around in a Rolls Royce?
I think he would.
Let's get a close-up of Gloria's ring.
Where am I looking? Right here.
You fly in a private plane.
Yes, I do.
You're staying right now in one of the fanciest hotels in New York City.
Yes, I am.
You wear
Very
very nice clothing. So
you really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
The wealth of these preachers, they're not seen as gross or hypocritical. In fact, they're seen as proof that the teachings work. It's seen as them actually practicing what they preach. The extravagant lifestyle, that's not a mistake or a flaw. It's a feature of the prosperity gospel. I'm more interested in how the money is generated, and it doesn't get more unethical of a promise than it does with the prosperity gospel.
If you're accustomed of giving $10, go to 20. Go up to 70, 80, 100. Raise that amount and watch what God will do, because...
Don't you stop sowing offerings. Well, they won't let us go to church. Well, email it in there, text and give or something. You get that tithe in that church, you get that offering in that church, and then you go home and you do what we're supposed to do.
Emotional, damn it!
But it's this sowing your seed message in the prosperity theology, the idea that you can donate to a church and in return you can, pay off your rent, pay off your credit card, that seems particularly stomach churning.
Buyer beware. Buyer beware. My golden rule when making purchasing decisions is this. If I buy this product or service, will I save more money or will I make more money as a result of getting this? If not, it's worthless.
Everyone, listen up. You didn't lose your money. Now, you have your... Technically, you kind of lost your money.
For example, having a membership to a martial arts dojo or biking club may cost you money now, but will save you money in the future because you have a healthy body and will not need as much medication or surgery to live longer, therefore reducing your overall medical expenses. In a nutshell, if you are buying make money online courses, are constantly eating out, buying expensive clothing, or even from places like Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, or just in general, Zara, H&M, whatever, or are subscribed to bare streaming services without an emergency savings fund that covers 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, you, my friend, are hustling backwards.
You're showing me how unserious you are.
As soon as you get your deposit from work, pay yourself by transferring a certain percentage, 5%, 10%, 30%, whatever you can, directly into your savings accounts before paying all your other bills. People's biggest monthly expenses tend to be associated with housing, such as rent or mortgage, food, and fees associated with transportation, such as gas, bus pass, or car maintenance or car insurance. So, if this totals up to $1,500, ideally, you want anywhere between $4,500 to $9,000 saved up in your savings account to protect yourself from Murphy's Law, which says anything that can go wrong will go wrong, meaning you'll be good for the next 3 to 6 months if you were to get fired. Without a doubt, the most optimal position is to utilize a full-time and or part-time job to build up your savings account. Then, and only then, after you built up your savings account, do you go all in on your business, YouTube, Turo, Airbnb, whatever. You do that while living off of savings or having a part-time job that's less demanding on the side. That's how you focus on your business responsibly, like an adult, and not succumb to shiny object syndrome.
Ooh, looks like someone's Shopify store is failing.
Hey, knock it off. I'm just having a bad day, okay?
Ooh, I bet you're gonna give up now, huh?
I'm not gonna give up. I'm not chasing anything else, okay?
What you gonna do? You gonna go back to SMMA?
No, I don't want to try SMMA. I'm focusing on my...
You gonna buy some Bitcoin? You gonna do crypto again?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna focus on my...
Oh, you gonna try to drop a course? What you gonna teach people in that course, huh? How to be a little bitch?
I'm not gonna sell a course until I'm...
What, cause you're a little bitch chasing shiny objects?
I'm not gonna sell a course until I'm...
Cause you're a little bitch chasing my...
Don't call me that. I'm not a...
You gonna chase me?
No, I'm not gonna chase you.
Yeah, you gonna chase me?
No, I'm not gonna...
Cause you're a little bitch.
Don't call me that word.
Cause you're a little bitch.
Come here, you shiny ass object. I swear to God when I catch you.
Oh, you drop like a little bitch.
You get me? Moreover, if you follow my philosophy of having your own self-imposed credit card limit that is independent of the bank, you'll better auto self-regulate your spending, therefore giving you the ability to have an emergency savings fund and, most importantly, never ever be in credit card debt.
It's obvious what's being done out here. It's on a nightly basis. I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Yes, man, this is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
Let me show you. With a $1,000 credit card limit, never use more than $100 to $200 at a given time. This is part of the reason why I check my bank account every other day, basically. Once you see your balance creeping up to 20% credit card utilization, pay off the balance in full or pay it down to under 10% credit card utilization, which on a $1,000 credit card limit would be paying it down to under $100. Now, many people are privy to the payment due date, which is when you have to pay a credit card bill by, to avoid that beautiful double-figure interest rate, and to avoid derogatory remarks on your credit report due to missed or late payments. However, unfamiliar to many is the statement closing date. All your transactions throughout the month are not, let me repeat, are not monitored, but credit bureaus are notified of the balance on your credit card once per month, which for me ranges anywhere between the 12th and 14th of each month. Therefore, 2 to 3 days beforehand, I'm extra cautious of how much and how often I'm using my credit card, so as to not go over 10% credit card utilization. Or if anything, I'm paying money towards it to have it fall under that 10% barometer. This is important because having a low balance improves your credit score and shows credit bureaus that your lifestyle is not dependent on debt. If you do have to make a big purchase that is greater than 20% credit card utilization, I transfer money towards that credit card that same day. That's how real it is. I feel uneasy, I feel unnerved anytime I see my balance creeping up 20%. It irks my soul. I can't go to sleep without paying it down or putting money towards it, straight up. And to be honest, being $12,000 in credit card debt will scar you and make you extra cautious. So, I'm not speaking from a lack of experience. And despite many make-money online courses branding themselves as a cheat code to make more money quicker, it is still likely to take you anywhere between 2 to 5 years to be consistently profitable in whatever business you are venturing into, especially when you factor in the initial time and money invested to get to that point of profitability. And don't feel sad. This is the case for most small businesses. Uber, even Amazon, Spotify, a lot of companies spend years being in the red, whether it be in the time invested or money invested, before they turn a profit.
During its roadshow, Uber compared itself to Amazon as it explained its money-losing business to investors. Why Amazon? Because the now wildly successful company didn't make a profit for several years after it went public in 1997.
So why would you think your case would be different? But of course, it is a lot easier if you do get a small loan of $1 million. I'm not gonna cap.
It has not been easy for me. And, you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million. I came into Manhattan and I had to pay him back, and I had to pay him back with interest.
So if you're buying Airbnb, Turo, YouTube automation, options trading, or the plethora of info products out here with the intention of eliminating debt, you're probably better off getting a part-time or full-time job that gives you income, guaranteed income, I should say, for the hours you worked. I'm just saying. It took me about 5 years for YouTube to even begin paying my living expenses.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Rather than working my server job so I can build up my emergency savings fund and ultimately work that job less and focus on YouTube, right, while living off of my savings, I was out here trying all these quick make money online opportunities. At my lowest point financially, I tried bare online paid surveys.
I am a clown. I am a clown.
And that shit was a straight scam, bro. Any quick make money online opportunity, more than likely, it ain't it, bro. Anything worth making money online will probably take you a couple years. If you're currently in credit card debt on a card you are actively paying, where you're basically making no dent into the principal balance and are just covering the interest charges, I'd recommend Negotiate and Settle Your Debts by Mandy Ackridge. Top tier book, no cap. It'll walk you through the whole process to get your account settled for 40 to 50% of the amount owed with your primary bank. However, if the debt is already in collections, meaning you haven't paid anything towards it the past 6 months or about 180 days, I'd recommend Carolyn Warren's book, Repair Your Credit Like the Pros, How Credit Attorneys Legally Delete Bad Debt. Top tier book, no cap. Highly recommend. Shamba, highly recommend it. I am a prime beneficiary of this book. Let me put y'all on. Let me show y'all my receipts. Can I show y'all my receipts? Let me show you. Okay, so this is my letter confirmation of settling an $8,000 debt for about $1,235. Okay? TD US credit card. This is back when I was funding my failed Amazon FBA business. You know what I'm saying? Who's paying all that shit? Me at 22? Listen. This is what happens when you don't have your own self-imposed credit card limit and are just going willy-nilly in the hopes of business profits. Whether it's Amazon FBA, Shopify dropshipping, buying all these courses, you just think you're gonna make all this money back, and then you're gonna end up like this. So basically, I save money as a settlement offer from my part-time job, server job, and other random jobs from Kijiji and stuff like that to offer it as a settlement offer, right? So, dear Owolabby Azeez, my full gubby, that you have it. This will confirm that MJR Capital Services Incorporated is an authorized agent of TD Canada Trust with respect to the above referenced accounts. $8,000, right? They added all this extra interest charge or whatever, but my actual, like what I owed was $4,800. This will confirm that MGR is authorized to offer you a settlement of $1,235, provided the certified or cash payment is received on or before October 12th, 2021. All right, y'all know I'm in the trenches. So I actually ended up getting an updated letter, but it's back at home with my parents. But basically, let me just read it. Upon receipt of the said amount of $1,235, in accordance with the foregoing, the account will be considered settled in full. The updated letter says paid as agreed, right? That's a better verbiage when lenders are looking at it for you to get a house or whatever. But paid as agreed is a better verbiage. That's what you want. That's what the book shows you. Kelly Warren's book, Prepare Your Credit Like the Pros. It shows you how to do that. Okay, the account will be considered paid as agreed, and MJR, on behalf of TD Canada Trust, shall provide a full and final release of the debt. Should you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact the undersigned, yours truly, so-and-so. You get me? Y'all got it? That's about it, bro. And as far as long-term investing is concerned, y'all better at Personal Finance Club on Instagram. His posts will deter you from shiny object syndrome. I actually bought his $75 course on investing in the S&P 500 index funds and opening retirement accounts. And y'all know how skeptical I am of the marketing aspects of most Make Money Online courses. His sales pitch was basically make passive income in a couple decades. I can't really nitpick at that, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? But overall, the TLDR, too long didn't read, for personal finance is this. Have an emergency savings fund of 3 to 6 months by paying yourself first on each check or each deposit you get, and be very, very, very meticulous of only using 10 to 20% of your credit card at a given time while going about your daily living expenses, and maintain this 20% self-imposed credit card limit when using your credit card to fund businesses or side hustle income opportunities with the information you're learning from all these videos online about how to make money online. And always remember, if you see something on sale for 30% off, but you had no intention of saving up money to buy that item at full price, you in fact did not save 30%, but rather spent 70% more than you normally would have. Now chew on that.
I'm a psychologist, nigga. You don't think I can read you? I'm a psychologist, nigga. You don't think I can read right through your phony ass?
But as always, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. And too much of any good thing is good for nothing. How are you lot doing today? Say it with me. I'm doing more, saying less, and keeping that same energy. No cap. But while you lot are here, yeah? Watch my past video right here on the hidden cost of moving in with your boyfriend or girlfriend. It's not what you think it is. Or my other video right here on the deceptive honesty of Fresh and Fit, Batman Kevo, Him 500, Tanner Chittister, and a host of other online, Make One Online fake gurus. Or alleged Contreprenuers. Alright, flip the script. I'm out. Deuces. Bow!
That we gon' see a better day. A day where everybody's gonna elevate. So welcome to the party, we gon' celebrate. Now stay outside, you better join the team. Otikanga na yema. Blessing on blessing Jakome. Otikanga na ganga. Blessing on blessing Jakome.